Ubuntu fam, it's Christmas week here and I am doing some prep for holiday baking and just errands, gifts and whatnot. And I'm going to take you along and show you a little bit of how we are making Christmas special here as we moved out of state and away from family for the first time. This is our first big holiday that we are away from Michigan and we are trying to make it special here. Tonight we're having some neighbors over for like a game night. And so I was gonna make some cookies for that. And I'm gonna make them more holiday-like. And then on Christmas Day, we'll eat any leftovers that we have for dessert tonight. So I'm gonna make monster cookies and I'll use red and green M&Ms. And then I'm also gonna make like a chocolate brownie cookie with like a peppermint icing. I'm trying to do it all before Vera wakes up. At least make the cookie dough. So we'll see how far I get. Alright, I got the monster cookie dough done, so I'm gonna get these scooped up and baked. This next cookie is my favorite holiday cookie. I think it's called mint brownie bites, but basically it's like a brownie type cookie base. And then there is just like a white chocolate kind of peppermint frosting. And then you can put like broken up peppermint candies on top to make it decorate it more. But it's my favorite holiday cookie. We're not into the whole decorating sugar cookies. I'm sure we'll get there when Vera's interested. But I could pass that every year and just eat these and other holiday cookies instead. So it starts, the recipe makes a really small batch. So I'm just gonna double it. So I need, calls for a 2/3 cup flour. So I will do a cup and a third. 1 whole cup of cocoa powder, flour and cocoa powder, a little bit of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I added like a cup of sugar, so way less than it called for, but if it tastes like it needs more sweetener, I can always add more. The melted butter was supposed to be cooled, but I didn't have that, so it's warm. It calls for 2 tablespoons of honey, so I'll double it and do 4. It calls for 1 egg white, but I'm doubling it, so I added 2. A couple teaspoons of vanilla. All right, it's coming together. So now I'm just gonna taste it a little bit and see if it needs any more sugar. The first batch of monster cookies out of the oven. They look good. I'm gonna let them sit up here for a few more minutes. But some of them, you can tell, just look like they're loaded with M&Ms and chocolate. I'm at the point of rolling them into the dough. So what I did is I sprayed my hands, greased them up, and then I'm just gonna take the dough and form a ball. It's kind of dry. Hopefully they're okay. And then squish it down. And do that a bunch of times. All right, I'm gonna bake these cookies for 7 to 8 minutes at 350. One of Vera's presents for Christmas this year is a photo book of people she loves, people that are important in her life. So family, pretty much family, a couple close friends. Her gifts are all pretty simple this year because when we moved down here, we got her a couple bigger things like a slide and a basketball hoop. So just simple books. I got this little album off Amazon and it has spots for 52 4x6 pictures. And what I'm gonna do is I printed a bunch of pictures and I am going to go through and fill them. I have some of her too, because she likes to look at herself. And put them in there. On a busy baking day, having dinner prepped is super helpful. Hi, honey. We are doing breakfast for dinner, so this morning I made a French toast casserole, and it's just been soaking all day. And I'm gonna top it with just some fruit that's going bad-ish. And then we'll eat it with smoky links, and that's our dinner. The present's for you, yep. Is it your present because it's Jesus' birthday?
Yep.
Finished product of the cookies. So these are the iced peppermint mint bites, the monster cookies with lots of add-ins. All right, holiday prep continues. I just did the thing where I check and make sure if any of the toys need batteries, so that way we have batteries. This is your friendly reminder to do that. Check if any of the toys need batteries, because it would be a shame if you got up on Christmas morning and couldn't use it because you didn't have batteries. I'm going to wrap the gifts now, I hope, if I have time. I personally am pretty minimalist in my wrapping paper, and I typically just use brown wrapping paper. That way we can use it for any holiday or occasion. And then I'll try to dress it up with like bows and stuff if I have any.
Lights are all around. I can see them now. It's like they spell your name. It's insane.
Okay, Vera's last present is this book that I was making yesterday with just lots of pictures of herself and loved ones, family, friends, all that.
Now we're back here once again. Holidays and cheer.
Not only are we prepping for Christmas, we are prepping for something very exciting. Carlson is traveling back to West Africa a few days after Christmas and get to have a visit there. So we are also prepping for that, and I'll show you a little bit of that here in a little bit. One of Carlson's gifts that I'm giving him is 3 like letters / prayers that I wrote for him for his travels. And so I wrote them, and I included pictures of him and Vera in each of them, just for something to brighten up his day, as it will be a long time apart, and I hope he enjoys this gift and that it brings meaning to him while he's there. So I'm gonna put this in a bag real quick.
But now I got my eye set on you.
So not only have we been getting Christmas presents delivered to the house, we have been receiving things that we've been buying in preparations for Carlson's trip. So typically we fill his checked bags with items to leave in West Africa. So we got a lot of items secondhand or donated, and then some items we buy new. So this, I ordered men's underwear and women's underwear from Walmart. So I'll bring those and put those in the room where we've been doing all the prep for his travel. As we get things, and we've been getting things and planning for this trip, obtaining items probably for the last month, we bring them to our guest bedroom. And so we have our suitcases over here, and then as we get things, we place it on the bed. So this is where I put the underwear that came, Some underwear came earlier in the week. Some body sprays. Fetal heart Doppler machine. Clothes that can get packed. Both of these boxes were donated to us, and that's been super helpful. A lot of the items were donated or secondhand. But these are things that we have already decided are gonna go. Some brand new shoes and clothes and some toys. Over here, I think this one has a lot of hygiene items. Deodorants, toys. Oh, I just bust a hole in that, whoops. Deodorant. Toothbrushes and hair clips. And then we also usually send some electronic things. So this is what our preparations look for. We spent probably an hour one evening last week going through all of our items and figuring what we wanted and putting that in boxes. So now we're collecting the last little bit of it, and then we'll be adding it to this. We took a break from all our Christmas prep to come to the park. And Daddy is playing a pickup round of basketball in his non-athletic clothes.